All right, the time is 6 o'clock and I call the November 28th Board of Select meeting order, please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah. Keep reports.
Good luck.
Citizens comments, we have no citizens present. Approval of the minutes.
Approved. Seconded.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes of the November 14th meeting. Is there any discussion? All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none. Correspondence and announcements.
Got some healing moments.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, is going to notice that DEP is Division of Forestry is doing a free project tour through an upcoming hazard tree removal and fire line safety project at the Project State Forest. And this is in the Hell Hollow Road Blue Trail parking area. So if anyone wants to go, there's an RSVP. It's December 15th. Actually.
Did we?
Friday. There's an RSVP. I've done them before. They're interesting. Usually no one else shows up, so you get your own personal. I brought Logan with me. Public Works report.
Yes.
There's none. Finance report. Was there anything?
I don't have anything with phone now.
You want me to read it? Or you guys can read it?
Do you want me to read it?
Sure, go ahead. Do you want me to
Go for it.
I know.
Investments and interest earned October, $17,351 for the fiscal year to date, $69,067. Citizens Bank. This account allows us to seamlessly move investable funds into overnight accounts while meeting liquidity needs. These funds are FDIC insured. The interest rate for July was 3.28%. And interest earned was $853 year to date, $4,108. State of Connecticut Short-Term Investment Fund, also known as a STIF fund. While these funds are not FDIC insured, they are extremely highly rated by Standard & Poor's, AAA rated. The rate of return is presently much higher than Citizens Bank, offering a yield of 5.41%. Interest earned in the month was $16,498, and for the fiscal year to date, $64,959. Projects. We're looking at banking providers. One of the proposals includes a compensating balance for the bank courier fees, similar to our present supplier, while the second does not include those costs. I reached out to the providers and have received one price that is substantially lower than what Citizens, our current bank, is currently charging us. Check signing. With the implementation of positive payee on our bank accounts this past January, we now submit. Submit or submit? Should be submit. Okay. We now submit a file listing all of the town's transfer stations and bank Board of Education checks issued with the vendor's name, check amount, and date of issuance. If any of the information doesn't match when a check is presented, the check is not paid. Manually, the Treasurer's Office will review the items to determine validity of payment. With this additional security, we think we can reduce the number of check signers on checks to 2, treasurer and assistant treasurer, and 1 selectman. We'll be presenting a check signing policy for your consideration sometime in December. Investment policy. I have schedules beginning on December the 5th through the 7th, 9 hours in all, and we will put together a town investment policy. Once completed in January or February timeframe, we'll be sharing it with the selectmen for discussion and approval. The automated clearinghouse payment system is on hold in case we change banks. Respectfully submitted, Tony Anthony G. Madeira, Treasurer, Town of Voluntown, People's Republic of
Any comments or questions for Tom?
He needs to change submit to submit. Other than that,
And the check signing policy, I voiced concern before about dropping that to 2 for the simple reason that it's a driver for selectmen to come in on a weekly basis and see what's going on.
I agree.
Guess so when he puts the policy forward, we can change that.
They know.
Yeah. All right. Old business, ARPA funds, no update, Fort Hill Bridge.
Okay.
Yeah. Master complex plan, no update. You can probably take that off. Municipal ISP.
No update. I haven't read the stuff that you sent. Probably do that tomorrow night while I'm in New York.
Municipal complex improvement. I don't know.
No, we updated last time.
We did our.
We're, I don't believe we did, but it's not. We're working on,
We did.
starting the sidewalks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
They've been coming in measuring all the rooms for floor estimates, like to take out the roads.
Drapes.
What?
Drapes.
Drapes? Yeah. Shades.
The matter. Are they? When are they gonna show up at the library?
That wasn't matter, that was a different company for the siding, and they can't finish it until we finish the sidewalks. Because, the steps to the doors are gonna be changing for,
Nice.
ADA compliance, so they're gonna come back and finish one. So. Ordinances, none. Fire station improvement design, and the sale of Teacher Street.
Drum roll, please. Thanks.
We received one.
Also, dun, dun. 2001.
It's very impressive.
This is from Blanchette Sewer and neighboring property.
Oh. I think I recall a bit.
Going to publicly announce that bid, or
Yeah, I'm gonna read the letter.
Want me to read the letter for you?
Yeah.
Working for my dollar tonight. David R. Blanchette and Lorraine Blanchette, 359 Brown Road, Allentown, Connecticut, dated November 9th, 2023. Dear Mrs. Linsky, please be advised that we, David R. Blanchette and Lorraine Blanchette, are making a proposal to purchase 2 Church Street, Allentown, Connecticut, pursuant to RFP 2023-01. We are current owners of the abutting property located at 4 Church Street, Allentown, Connecticut. If we are the successful bidders, it is our intention to merge 2 and 4 Church Street. Both properties are located in the rural district, and this proposed use would be in keeping with the zoning regulations for said district. In furtherance of our proposal, please find the enclosed proposal form, Appendix B, proposal form, non-collusion affidavit, our $2,000 deposit in the form of cashier's check made payable to the town of Allentown, and the proposed real estate purchase contract and letter from our bank evidencing that we have the funds available to complete the purchase. As of today, no addendum is appearing on the town's website for this bid. We look forward to hearing from you in this regard and remain very truly yours, David Blanchette and Maureen Blanchette. So, proposal form. I, David Blanchette and Maureen Blanchette, have received the following contract documents. RP proposal 2023-1 sale of property through Church Street, blah, 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 compensation offer. Please make your proposal for the property on the line below. Proposal must be the entire property as described. No proposal for portions or subparts of the property will be accepted. The proposer hereby offers for the entire property as described. The sum of indicate the dollar amount of the proposal on words and numerals, $40,000. 40,000.00. Fine. So we have that. We have notarized copies along with not including affidavit.
There are no other bids.
All of the paperwork. It's 40,000.
Do we need to go to the lawyer to check on anything, or can we? I'm ready to make a motion here.
Always check with the lawyer first.
We can make the motion.
I make
Everything.
a motion that we accept the bid.
Yeah.
For sale of 2 Church Street to the Blanchettes for the sum of $40,000 with the caveat of checking with the lawyer.
Second.
They have to fill out the paperwork for it, so it should be fine for all that.
Okay.
So the motion's been made and seconded to, set the bid to the, David and Larry Blanchett, up for $40,000 for 2 Church. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing none. The property is sold pending, the signing of everything.
And this moves us this close to closing the saga of 2 Church Street after 7+ years.
A lot else here, 5 gallons of kerosene.
So, say that. Say that.
Just kidding.
All right, formation of a committee for the state. So, skip committee.
Oh, sure.
No, let's separate it. Oh, what's-
Is it in here or is it?
Yeah, it's called the Gate Street Playground.
The Gate Street Playground Committee establishment. The Gate Street Playground Committee shall be established to oversee 2023 steep grant Gate Street Playground project. This project includes the construction of a new 2-part youth playground. The committee shall consist of at least 5, but no more than 7 members, who shall be electors or taxpayers of the town and are appointed by the Board of Selectmen. The committee will dissolve at the completion of the project. 2. Powers and duties. The Gate Street Playground Committee works with the Board of Selectmen, other appointed officials to oversee the 2023 steep grant project, construction of a new 2-part youth playground, and removal of the existing playground. Responsibilities of the Gate Street Playground Committee include, but are not limited to: A. Procuring equipment and contractors as needed for this project, following all state and town procurement policies. B. Making sure the project stays on budget and reporting any budget changes to the Board of Selectmen. C. Making sure the project stays on task and follows an appropriate timeline. 3. Committee administration. The committee reports to the Board of Selectmen for approval of all steep grant spending. Members of the Gate Street Playground Committee will elect officers of a chairperson and a secretary at their first meeting. The secretary will make sure the agendas are posted to the town clerk. All members of the committee shall serve without compensation.
So that's the,
Gate Street Playground Committee.
Yep.
I make a motion to establish Gate Street Playground Committee.
Second.
okay, so the motion's been made and seconded to, establish the Gate Street Playground Committee. Any discussion? Well, let's do it.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none, it's, established. I don't have the names of people appointed to again. I do know that there's people, the rec commission has,
I know.
yeah, they have some people listed. I don't know how many. We can appoint for the next meeting.
And twice this mentions the 2-part youth playground, but in my head I kept saying 2-story. I'm like, what?
Yeah, because there's one for like little kids. One for.
Yep.
All right. So the next is the formation of a Memorial Day committee.
Page before. Memorial Day Committee. 1. Establishment. The Memorial Day Committee shall be established to plan and oversee town of Holland Town's Memorial Day ceremonies and parade. Committee shall consist of at least 5 members, but no more than 7 members, who shall be electors or taxpayers of the town and are appointed by the Board of Selectmen. 2. Hours and duties. Responsibilities of the Memorial Day Committee include, but are not limited to, A. Planning the ceremonies and making sure all the necessary equipment and items are ordered and set up. B. Planning the parade and making sure all the watchers are notified. C. Making sure the memorial name list is updated and current. D. Making sure American flags are placed on graves in all town cemeteries. 3. Administration. Members of the Memorial Day Committee elect officers, a chairperson, secretary, and treasurer at their first meeting of the year. The committee will submit a schedule of meetings annually to the town clerk. The secretary will make sure the agendas and minutes are posted to the town clerk. The committee will be provided with a Memorial Day budget as determined by the annual town budget. The treasurer will make sure all receipts are submitted to the selectman's office, make sure that the spending is kept in the budget. All members of the committee shall serve without compensation. Do we want to specifically call out in powers and duties that they ensure they've got a speaker lined up?
Yeah, that would be like it. I also, when I was looking up parade committees, I found, I'm just gonna give this to Tony Stark, I found, minutes of the meeting from the town of Colchester for their Memorial Day committee. And their minutes are very detailed as to like what they do each year. So I thought I would just hand it to the committee.
Scan a copy and put it in our.
Yeah.
This one gets lost, and then the next one gets form. We have something to fall back.
I know we have people who've expressed interest already. So how many people have reached out to you? I know at least one.
Yeah, I know one. So I'm gonna reach out with her again to see if she's gonna want to. And I'll put this in the newsletter. So.
Okay.
But from the Colchester, it tells like what they do. They do the grand marshal, like speakers, they contact the
state,
yeah,
the local
all in
troop,
what they do. So I thought give it to them. It tells exactly like what military units they call, police, like everything. So I thought it was good. Good time for them to use the rep.
How much of a budget do we usually? Can't recall.
1,300. It hasn't changed in years.
So they might want to evaluate that. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it was the last couple of years, 2 years, I've been ad hoc.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was pulled off.
Yeah.
So I think right, you need to task them with, does the budget need an increase?
Oh, it more than likely does, because they'll figure it out.
Good, excellent.
Did we vote on this yet?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, so motion's been made and seconded. All in favor of forming a Memorial Day committee, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none, the committee's been
Next thing, Skip reads, I want to sort of more.
formed.
All right, let's go to monotone.
Few months.
I don't think I have the next one.
All right, no, we just have appointments.
Now we've got committee for SIFRAD.
I didn't get to that. So that one will be next to me.
Okay. I
We'll
will
move that
roll
one
up
to the
my
next.
my pipes before the next one.
All right, appointments.
Uh-huh.
So we have a new application on the town website for people to apply for positions, and it seems to be working with applications.
Wonderful. Awesome.
So I have the elderly commission.
Is it mostly new names, or is it a mixture of?
A mixture.
Okay, well, that's still new names, because there was always the ball and cat.
Circle
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have, for the Elderly Commission, I have Kim Hudson. She's from Hamilton Hill Road. Uh, she's asked to be appointed to that. And also I have Brian Wishiano for the Elderly Commission too.
That, bring him up to.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Make motion to add Kim and Brian to the Elderly Commission.
With our thanks. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so they've been appointed and they'll be notified. EDC. The EDC desperately needs people. So I have, for the EDC, Brian Musciano as well.
How many people do we need?
For the EDC, there's only 3 of us,
So you're 2, the third.
Well, it's me, Jack Wessa,
Is that Jack still there?
yeah, Jack and Mark. Mark Smith.
Losing our voice and our mind.
Mark Smith.
Parsons.
Yes, Mark Smith.
If you're watching, Mark, we apologize.
Sorry, Mark.
Senior moment.
I know.
I was
Almost.
looking at Erie Outfitters and the maps that they hand out for the patchwork forests that the Mountain Development Commission printed are very, very nice. Rhode Island does not do the same thing for their forest.
Yeah. Good.
Good handout.
So, do we have a motion?
So moved.
Yes.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor of appointing Brian Musciano to the EDC, say aye. But
Without discussion.
do we need to discuss? When they want to be
Thanks.
with that, when people ask to be.
Yeah.
We don't need to discuss.
Thank
We
you.
can. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, he's appointed. Last but not least, we have the zoning board of appeals. Joseph Orzel. Valley Drive. Would like to be
Ollie Drive.
Valley.
Valley.
I was gonna say,
Valley.
Okay.
Can't write V's right.
Second.
All in favor, so motion been made and seconded, all in favor of
Aye.
appointing
Aye.
Joseph Orzel to the zoning board of
With thanks.
appeals.
but thanks.
Any oppositions? So, thank you to, everyone that volunteered.
That's 4 new people. And I know Brian is,
He's on,
he's doing stuff already,
yeah, he's on,
but, thank you. That's awesome.
that's it. The driving permit, we already did that last.
One actually,
Yeah.
I make a motion to approve the tax refund for $250 as recommended by the tax collector.
Michael Washington, right?
Yeah.
All
No.
in favor? Second.
No,
No,
to the town of Volunteer. So this is reimbursement of attorney fees.
Oh, yeah, this is to the town.
oh, so this is,
He's already paid it, so instead of refunding it, it's refunding it.
so we're not,
We're not saying them anyway there.
Yeah, he owes attorney fees to the town, so
we have to accept it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all right.
That he's gonna pay.
that
This before.
he's approving that you can use the instead of reimbursing the money to him, you can use that to pay.
Okay,
So he owes that so we paid the attorney fees already. So
so instead of the refund going to him, it's coming to us. Okay,
So he owes the town $250.
yeah, to reimburse the attorney.
okay,
Or should I?
so
So
No motion? Yes.
Second.
the money's going to the town.
Yep.
Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's done.
And
I think we're good.
I make a motion to save Tracy's voice, what little is left, and adjourn.
I was gonna have one last thing.
Go ahead.
Years ago, on Game 5, like 2 decades, we used to burn Christmas trees down here at Constitution Field. In January, I don't know, like St. John's Night or something.
Yeah, I think that ended up being a safety problem. The rec commission did it, I think, but it ended up being a safety problem because I think people weren't watching their kids and there was no big barriers around the fire and ended up being a safety
And it
liability.
probably wasn't all that safe.
And like,
Any way that we can make it safe? It's just a fun thing to do, that dead of winter, go out and burn your Christmas.
I don't know.
It's then gotta be, probably someone from the fire department has to be there on
Barriers,
duty.
yeah, like barrier around it.
Um,
I don't know, just what do you people think? We're shut in a hole when I'm not, I go out and ski and all that stuff. You gotta get rid of these trees anyway. It's something, I mean, this is why we live in a small community.
it's a
We do stuff
community
like-
event.
As opposed to burning down cities, I mean,
Mhm.
burning down Christmas trees, right? I just ask you to think.
So how about this?
I don't know if we want to do it on the field because we're getting ready for.
Well,
Hold on.
now that we redo the field, fine, I understand that, but if we're gonna redo the field, who cares if we burn the grass up?
In the middle of winter.
Yeah, in the dead of winter, hopefully it's snowing.
Have a conversation with Jody,
Yeah, I'll see what he says.
because I think we got definitely gonna need his buy-in.
Oh, yeah, we need like a firm.
Have them, publish pamphlets looking for EMTs, volunteer firemen, so we can get people out, trying. Community, to live here, it's fun. Otherwise, maybe nothing against knowledge, but knowledge.
Now, there's a lot of things that were done in the past, that we heard of.
Beer fest.
The beer fest, exactly.
Went to many of them underage.
And there was one of the problems.
Liability.
But yeah, I love the idea of trying to get events.
And I understand, our society is so focused on risk, we have to eliminate all risk in life, but to eliminate all risk, you also eliminate all the enjoyment. Greg Webster told me that down in Stonington Borough, when they do blessing and fleet, who's getting prohibitively expensive to pay for the insurance policy in case somebody slips and falls off the sidewalk. At some point, if you can't do anything,
Are you familiar with Safety Third?
no.
What's his name? Dirty
Mike
Jobs.
Rowe.
Mike Rowe. That's one of Mike Rowe's big push for safety first, safety third, because we're getting too cautious. So,
I just sounds good. Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
second, aye.
That made it worse because.
Yeah, well, all the.
This is cold coffee that I left in my truck, forgot about,